Hello everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me and let me know if you can see this Bitcoin chart. I will wait for the comments to continue. Hi everyone, let me write in the chat. So I will wait for people to join. I will wait for some confirmations that you can see the chart. Okay, so let me meanwhile check some stuff. So whoever is here, I hope you're well. I hope this situation from Friday to Saturday didn't hit you hard, even though I know a lot of people who lost almost everything or lost what they've been building last years. And honestly, I have more feeling of disappointment. Like really, I'm super disappointed of the manipulations that happened during this dump. And trust me, Bitcoin used to drop like this. Let's say from this candle, like almost 12%. Not first time, okay? This kind of manipulations on Bitcoin itself happened many times. We can go to check on the chart. Yeah, and for example, during this drop in April, or during this drop, right here it was dumping. Here it was dumping. How much did it drop over here? Yeah, 9%, but never during this period altcoins dropped in a few seconds or in a few minutes. Just 80%, 90% also moved down, you know, like when I saw this candles on Atom, I think I even deleted that. I deleted the Atom. I was like, fuck this shit. Let me open USDT. So what is this? It on Binance it went to minus 0.0002. You know, I bet that no one has any limit at this level, you know, and even if someone had limit orders for buy, I'm sure that not many people were filled. And I also was reading that exchanges didn't work. So yeah, this kind of things were definitely manipulated by the big institutions. And if some of you don't know, all these big institutions, they don't trade manually. They don't trade with hands like us or with brain, you know. They don't sit and do this technical analysis and all the stuff. All these things are made by bots. Everything is already automatic. Everything is working by the bots, AI, like all the stuff, you know, not by the humans. So yeah, you should be during this stuff, you should be like really super fast, extremely fast, to place an order to buy this dip that happened in few minutes. Starting new, let's go back. Yeah, during what time it happened? Yeah, it was happening, everything was happening during like 10 minutes. And imagine you want to buy like several coins. Like, I don't know, you should be a machine, you should be super fast in this case. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed, not because like I lost something or not because I missed opportunities to buy. No, I was sleeping, honestly. I went to sleep and I decided to not stress myself. Yeah, I lost what I lost. I lost one account as well, and I was like, okay, I will wake up and we'll see what is going on because I was so tired, physically and mentally. Uh, when I was seeing this kind of manipulations, and meanwhile, Bitcoin didn't do anything like significant. I mean, it didn't lost uh, its key level support, okay, and yeah, it's just crazy. And what I was reading during the weekend, that some traders killed themselves. Uh, yeah, this game is mentally not easy place to play. So if you're just a beginner, if you're just starting your trading journey, then you should understand where you are, like what you are doing, and what you can get. Okay, and probably rethink what you're gonna trade, because honestly, after this kind of manipulations, I'm really thinking if it's worth to trade alts, because technical analysis really doesn't work with this kind of cases. And during the Sunday, I was sitting and deleted literally all the charts. If someone is from Chroma, I read Victoria's tweet that every coin that did a new all-time low just delete it from the chart, from your list, and that's what I did literally. I left only coins that have some strengths, that somehow respected lows, and that's it. Like really, I don't know. Well, let me check the chat. Hi, all good, we see it. Hi, trading is, yes, Mamma Mia. What a day. Yes, it is. It is what it is. Well, let's check. Let's check what to check. Like, there's a lot of things changed, of course, and the situation currently completely different as it looked before all this nuke. So we will go through everything step by step, and probably I want to start with this total 3 to understand what is going on regarding altcoins. First, what I want to say, if you manage to fill some orders during this crazy dip, when everything just dumped like 80%, 100%, then congrats. Definitely, like really congrats that you could make it. I bet it was not an easy timing, especially everything was not working, and even most people got liquidated, and most people's orders didn't fill because exchanges didn't work well. So yeah, if you manage to buy during this dip, then congrats. You should be in a good profit right now. So I will start from alts, then we will go to Bitcoin. According to the altcoin chart, monthly time frame, let's go to monthly time frame. So if you were on one of my previous streams, I was telling you that I really like this total 3 USD USDC versus Bitcoin chart. It has more accuracy. So previously in June 2025, it bottomed from this 0.5. Let me just from this 0.5 Fibonacci. It's 5.77 million. As a result, it pumped 40%. Then it rejected from next 0.5 resistance that I drew on this price action. Yeah, so here is the high, and I took this low, and as a result we have 0.5 resistance at 7.78 million. It also aligns with this EMAs, and let me check if no, it's not showing FVG, but it also aligns with this EMAs, okay? 50, 20, 26 EMAs as a resistance. Then what did we have? We had this monthly candle close. I forgot how it's called in English. I'm sorry, I forgot how it's called in English, but it's the same as we had in January 2025. Look, they look the same, right? You look at this candle, you look at this candle, then the same candle was here, the same candle was here. So whenever there was this candle, again, I'm sorry, I forgot the name, usually market was bringing correction. But from last streams, I was telling you that, let me put Fibs. So I put Fibonacci from this high to this low. Then there were FVGs, no EMS FVGs. So I said that technically price can drop till this bullish order block here. It's 6.67 million market cap or 0.5 Fibonacci. Next stop should be around 0.75. But what happened? Price completely dropped below all these Fibs, yeah, all these FVGs, bullish order blocks, bullish demand zones, and went to test this low. Yeah, I was not yes, I was expecting the price to reach this low in case it would lose these support zones, but I was not expecting that this will happen just in few minutes. Okay, so yeah, technically we see that the price came to very strong support level. This is the level of January 2021. Okay, it also aligns with 0.75 Fibonacci support, and this total 3 versus Bitcoin missed 1.41 Fib by 4.6%. Usually 1.41 Fibonacci. It's the next strong level from where price usually bounces. So here it missed by 4.6%, and as a result we see how it completely recovered. So what I can say right now, technically the price already showed a strength. The only thing is to see now low time frame. Will it manage to give us a breakout? In this case, this was the bottom, and we will have an alt season, the same what I was talking about, like what happened in 2021. Okay, or will there be another retest of this full week, yeah, and then up? So for that we will have to go to low time frame, yeah, a weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame we see bullish divergence. So this was the low and this is the next low, so it shows on the chart it is lower low, and on RSI it is higher low, right? And now what else? RSI still above the middle, so it tells that it's still strong and bullish. Let's go to 3D time frame, and we still have like 2 days and 15 hours for the 3D close. 3D we see that RSI flipped below the middle and right now is trying to reverse. Okay, but to understand will it give a reversal, we need to go to more low time frame to find resistance zones. All right, now let's have a look on a daily time frame. On a daily time frame, RSI is still below the middle, so no bullish trend continuation as long as the RSI is below the middle. What else do we have here? We have this bearish or the block zone. Okay, I will just highlight it red. So what we should see today, in my opinion, very important for total 3 versus Bitcoin chart for altcoins, to give a breakout above this zone, and of course RSI. It should do something like this. I mean, today we should see this kind of green candle. Let me make it green. Yeah, so let's say this is a green candle. We should see a breakout. If there will be no breakout, let's say on 4-hour, we will see next picture. So we have this zone, right? So on 4-hour, in case price will again come to this highs, start rejecting, giving lower high, bearish divergence, RSI flipping below on 4-hour time frame, then we can say, okay, alts will correct a bit to fill this week. I will show you how it can play out on altcoins. But again, some altcoins have very strong bullish structure, like Tau, for example, BNB, and I don't know, I need to check other alts. I didn't go through all altcoins. Okay, so this is regarding like 4-hour and daily time frames. Otherwise, I don't know yet if this is the bottom for now, or was it just the beginning of bear market? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because why? I don't know. Because monthly currently looks for me tricky a bit, because RSI is still below the middle. We have clean bearish divergence. So here was the high, here is the lower high, here is the high on RSI, and here is the high, so it's equal. Could RSI go a bit lower to retest supports around 36 level? Probably could. So what could we see on the monthly? Like more of consolidation around this zone before giving up only targets. But still, but because we have 18 days for the monthly close, a lot of things can happen. That's why we should pay attention more to the low time frame, like daily and weekly. For weekly, it is for me very important to see a breakout above the 0.5 Fibonacci. Once I will see this will be simply a confirmation for me that okay, this was the bottom, and we can say that alt season is here. But let me also check other charts like Bitcoin dominance and all this stuff to have more confidence regarding the market and see if there's something else we can find. Let me check the chat first. Trading is it hardcore? Okay. So let me go to Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. You remember from the last streams I was telling you that this monthly FVGs are very important. Personally, I was expecting the price to give a reaction from the 60 level. Yeah, here was monthly FVG, and also aligns with no, it's not. It not aligns with anything on monthly, but okay, whatever. But what happened? Bitcoin dominance gave us a run till 63.8. Okay, a level. This is the next monthly FVG area, and this is very strong Fibonacci zone. This was my this was the level that I was afraid to see. Yeah, I was always telling you that in case Bitcoin dominance will give such pump, it will be a killer for altcoins. This is what happened. Again, for monthly close, we have 18 days. So what is next? Very important, in my opinion, for Bitcoin dominance. And Bitcoin dominance would be good to see a close below the 60 level. Okay, in this case we can say that this was another top, so Bitcoin dominance formed a lower high, and we can say that now Bitcoin dominance will drop till this support levels. Of course, this will bring what? This will bring alt season. Let me check weekly. Weekly so far looks good. So far, weekly looks good. Weekly time frame. This candle closed below 60. Okay. RSI still below the middle. Bearish divergence. So here it formed like highs like this. Yeah, and here it goes lower. And then, but where to pay attention on Bitcoin dominance on a lower time frame? On a lower time frame, I would say pay attention to, I'll put Fips now. Still pay attention to 58 area, 58.73. This is the area from where Bitcoin dominance could again reverse to continue its uptrend. Okay, and of course the pump on Bitcoin dominance will bring what? Will bring the correction in crypto market. So I will set alarms. And a positive thing, if Bitcoin dominance after reaching 58% zone will start giving lower highs and breakdown, then expect next targets around 52-53 area, and in this case Bitcoin dominance might drop like 10%. This will be very bullish for altcoins, right? So pay attention to this, very important. Next what I want to check, Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Ethereum Bitcoin chart. Monthly nothing, still to have confirmation if it's bearish or bullish, like current situation. I need to wait for the monthly close. A weekly Ethereum Bitcoin bounce from this bullish OB zone. Yeah, let me highlight it here. I need weekly close above the 0.5 Fibonacci to be bullish, or 0.03646 level. Very important resistance so far. Otherwise, what can happen? Bitcoin dominance can still chop, consolidate, maybe go lower before up only. But daily was yesterday very bullish. Still look on a daily time frame, why I said that the 0.5 is very important. So I would say we don't have to wait for the weekly close. We need to see at least daily or 3D time frame breaking above the 0.5 Fibonacci level, okay, or 0.03646 level. Very important. And in this at this point, also important to see a breakout above this middle of the RSI on daily time frame. I will set an alarm to see if we have a breakout. If there will be a breakout, then price either will consolidate above the zone before up only, or in case it can still give some retest to fill this week. In this case we can put Fips, yeah, and retest of this Fibonacci levels can be interesting long zone. Ethereum itself, Bybit, I deleted, or I didn't delete. I want to show you something. Let me check. Aster is dropping. I want to show you something. Binance. Was it on Binance? Yeah, look at these manipulations on Binance. Yeah, we'll look at these manipulations on Binance. Crazy. First it drops. Yeah, 15% almost. Then it bounces 27% and then drops again. Yeah, like what is this price action? If you think that people can do this manually, no, this is definitely big whales with big capital, and this is definitely made with some machine, like with some bots, something like that. So let's go back to Ethereum. Ethereum Bybit. I will be checking on Ethereum Bybit. So I put this FIP today. Did I put it today? Yeah, I put this FIPS to just see the accuracy of the Fibonacci. So look, exactly from 1.41, Ethereum bounced 22%. 22%. So what is now? Ethereum found a resistance at this 1 hour FVG, bearish order block, resistance zone, Fibonacci zones. Are like there are a lot of resistance areas at this zone. Okay. Also 200 EMA on 1 hour time frame. So currently, wait, let me go to monthly again to see what is going on. Just a second, guys, just a second. So what I want to say, it's very important to check high time frame, okay, to not get distracted by the low time frame movement. So 6 monthly candle, we have 2 months for the 6 monthly close. 6 monthly candle for me looks good. Honestly, it looks pretty bullish. Then 3 monthly, I was saying many times the 3 monthly chart looks good to me. What do we see right now on this 3 monthly chart? We see that price not only retested this FIPS but also 3 monthly FVG. RSI meanwhile is above the middle. Okay, so for Ethereum, this level could be the bottom, and of course if someone could manage to buy this dip, then good job. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just good job, you did well. According to the monthly, also this zone had monthly FVG, so technically this level is very important, right? So on monthly, Ethereum could simply hold above this $3,400 as long as before continuation of the bullish trend. Okay, so as long as the price is above 3,400, like for me, nothing changed. Ethereum still can go towards a new all-time high. All right, but let's check what is going on the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame. So let me do next. Probably current interval only. So what can happen, still can happen on the weekly time frame? I will take this move. Yeah, so what do we see? We see that according to the weekly, price also bounced from the weekly FVG 05 Fibonacci but RSI is still above the middle. It's very important also to pay attention where is the RSI on the weekly time frame. Okay, 3D is still downtrending. The price currently is still below this 3D FEG. Yeah, so most probably the price will come to retest this week. Let's go to daily time frame and check what is going on here. The same picture we saw on Ethereum Bitcoin chart, right? And I said that it's very important to see for the daily close today. Still have like 14 hours. It's a lot, right? Daily, the price looks weak. Daily, the price is below this daily FEG. RSI is below the middle, so it could do still go more down, before bouncing and continue its price action towards the new all-time high. So what levels we should pay attention on a lower time frame? So daily, I would say as long as the price is below probably this area, I will highlight this zone. Yeah, let me do it pink. Below 4,400, 4,300, it still has a chance to correct. Okay, it's not bullish to me. When I would be bullish if I would see a daily close above 0.75 Fibonacci. Okay, something like this that currently you see on the chart. This case, yeah, it would be something like that. And this, let me do it black. Yeah, in this case, only if we will have daily close bullish, like this bullish candle, and the price would still hold this 0.618 Fib or 0.75 Fibonacci around this red box zone, we can say that price will continue its bullish trend, because in this case I would be expecting a breakout with bullish trend continuation. Okay, so this is one of the scenarios, so it's important to see how the daily close will happen. Let's go to low time frame now and check other possibilities. So all intervals. So on 4 hour, how it can play out. So right now, price is struggling to break this 4 hour FEG resistance. In this case, we can do this. Yeah, I'm putting Fibonacci. Price can either retest this zone 3,930 in 0.5 Fib, and if it will return back above 4,075, we can say that, so something like this, price is dropping, here returns, retest, and we can say that okay, it will continue to go up. Trigger to long can be also 4 hour FEG support. Next possibility, deeper pullback. Yeah, in this case, price drops towards to 0.75086. Worst case, again, back to this 3,400, maybe adjust a bit lower. Yeah, but in this case, price still should return back above $3,400. Okay, that is a key level. It should not be lost. So here's several possibilities regarding Ethereum. Right now it is weak, and it can drop further. Like I'm expecting it to drop further. Okay, at least till this 0.5 Fibonacci support zone. Are there any EMAs we can check? Probably all EMAs are higher than the price. Yeah, no EMAs here. So we can watch this FVGs and these Fibonacci levels. Then, what is then? Others domination. Remember others domination. I still have this chart. Look how it respected. So, as I said last time, even with this total 3 versus Bitcoin chart, that yeah, I was expecting a pullback, but not the drop that we had on Friday. I didn't expect it at all. I didn't expect that altcoins will just nuke in a few minutes 80% till zero. It's not normal. Yeah, but otherwise, regarding this kind of move, I was warning you. I said that last time when we were checking the others domination, the price was losing 0.5 Fibonacci. Next stop supposed to be the 0.75086, but what price did we already know? Simply dropped below, and it dropped not only below 0.75, it also lost 1.41 and came to 2.41 Fibonacci area. Yeah, we go to daily. Somehow when you check different time frames, it shows a different price level, different candle. Like on daily, it shows exactly that price came to 2.41 Fib. And on weekly, I was highlighting this level also long ago. So technically, price came to this support, took all the liquidity, like literally all this market makers, they filled their bags, and now they're happy and in a good profit. But I will probably do a new chart. Why? Because the picture on 3 months a bit different. It's a bit different. Yes, the price came to the slow, to the slow area and bounced, but I really don't like this others domination. RSI that it's looks more to the downside. It could still like drop till this low before giving any significant bounce. This what can happen on 3 monthly time frame. Yeah, because it failed to give this breakout. Now it looks to be honest weak. So in this case it can drop like 80%, but it's just one of the possibilities and what I don't like. Of course, if we don't want to see this scenario, what should happen? We will go to low time frame later. We will see. And also another thing, monthly RSI again flipped below. Sorry, RSI again flipped like lower, and either it should like form a bullish divergence, or I don't know, it can again go, it can still go lower, before up only. So what is important to see? Important to see bullish close, but how? For that we will go to the probably weekly time frame. Yeah, on weekly here it has this weekly FVG right now. Honestly, with this kind of market, it's a bit hard to do even TA. So I would say we should pay attention to the 0.5 Fibonacci or 7.61 level. Very important. Price should flip this level and retest and just hold above this zone. In this case, we can say, okay, others domination can go up. Otherwise, even if others domination will bounce but reject, or the price will return below the 0.5, then expect again a drop. Okay, so something like that. Like there's no need to do much. Yeah, this level was standing as a support, now it will stand as a resistance. So either it will already start dropping from here 0.75 or a bit higher and still down. I will be bullish on daily only if I will see daily close above 0.75 holding, and then we can say okay, it will go up. USDT dominance. Let's check USDT dominance. I will not go to monthly, 3 months and so on. Weekly time frame I think is enough. So weekly time frame, RSI flipped bullish. Sorry, not bullish, but above middle. It is not positive because in this case it can go higher in the future. Okay. What else? What else? If we zoom in, we see this EMA is 2026. So for the first time, US dominance gave this very strong close above this 2026 EMAs, and usually it's not a positive sign. Where we should pay attention? Again, today is very important close. US dominance is above support zone. Support daily FVG, 200 EMA, all these EMAs are resized above the middle. So as long as, let me put Fibonacci. Yeah, as long as the price above 4.49, it has all chances to continue its bullish trend. And of course, once it will flip above 4.83, yeah, expect a sharp bounce. Otherwise, when I would be bearish on US dominance, only if it would lose this 4.49 level, yeah, or even if it will bounce but will reject from 4.83 and return back below 0.75 Fibonacci. This case, I will turn like bearish on US dominance, and I will expect like more downtrend. Otherwise, as long as it is above the support zone, US dominance can continue its bullish trend. And in this case, let me check how far USDT dominance can go. Let me check. So I put this Fibonacci from this high to this low. Okay, according to this Fibs, price can again test this 5.67, 5.92 levels, yeah, and reject. Worst case, US dominance can bounce till 7.8 and 7.64 levels. This weekly FVG, bearish demand zone, monthly FVG, like a lot of confirmations that this area is very strong resistance. In this case, of course, US dominance will bounce like 60%. This is a real bear market. Okay, I don't want to say anything right now. Will we have it or not? I want to really focus on daily close, on these levels, how these levels will be respected, and then make some conclusions. So yes, situation is kinda tricky. So again, we are going back to altcoins. We should pay attention to this zone. I'm putting several alarms in case the price is not giving a breakout about this level on daily time frames, then expect correction next day. And of course, weekly time frame will not give us a V-shaped recovery and a breakout above this 0.5 Fibonacci. Then expect more correction to just fill this week before up only. Let me check the chat. Okay, nothing in the chat. Let me check some altcoins. What is going on here? I've been watching these two levels. So this is regarding alts. If you could manage to buy on this drop, then great job. Like really. I would just suggest move stop loss to break even, book at least some profits, and just keep until we see more confirmations, if we should like sell or if we should like add more to the positions and so on. Next, now let's check Bitcoin. So I have several charts for Bitcoin. I think I'm deleting the Binance, and I will just leave this Bitstamp because it has more history, and this Bybit one I like. So what about Bitcoin? Probably I will do a new chart. So look at this very interesting situation. On 3 monthly, price bounced from this tiny line that you can see or you don't see. It's 5 EMA. You can either use 5 EMA, you can either use I used to use like 9 or 5 EMA. According to 5 EMA, the price bounced exactly from this EMA, and before the price was always like holding above this EMA. Here you can see here. Okay, so technically there's still a big question if this is a top and we will have a bear market, because I got a message like, do you think we will have a bear market? I said I don't know. It will all depend on certain levels, and of course on like a daily close, weekly close, and so on. Like I need more confirmations. Monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, I've put this FIPS long ago. Yeah, and I was telling you that I was even shorting Bitcoin, but price went to new all-time high before this drop, and I short again. It stopped me. Like it was really hard to find perfect entry and perfect stop loss, because it was always like trying to stop. And so I missed this opportunity to short, but at least we were discussing all the stuff, and I was explaining to you that several possibilities. Possibility 1, Bitcoin holding this 100,000 area zone, which aligns with 0.5 Fibonacci, right? Let me put it a bit lower. 0.5 Fibonacci, FVG, bullish demand zone, and so on. In this case we see simply chop something like this, before up only. In this case, this scenario should be very positive for altcoins, because Bitcoin will be in a range, it will be sideways. Meanwhile, very important to see Bitcoin dominance dropping. In this case, we can say that okay, all the money from Bitcoin is going to altcoins, and here we have our alt season, right? This is the first possibility. Second possibility, Bitcoin show weakness. We will go to weekly later and we'll see there. So monthly, it's a retest of this 2026 EMAs, 0.75 Fibonacci, or approximately $87,000, or maybe even $82,000, which will be okay, because technically price never goes only up. It goes up, then down, up, down, up, and down. Okay, which means if losing $100,000, price can still drop again 12%. If it does, again, we will have surprises on altcoins. Okay, so this is another possibility. And worst case, since we should be prepared for everything, is retest of this 50 EMA on a monthly time frame, or this low around $70,000. I have no idea if the price will give it or not, but this is the market, everything can happen. Just don't be surprised. Okay, so how do we get this confirmation that the price is turning bearish, or will it just a range? So in this case, we should go to lower time frame and also identify low time frame support and resistance zones. On weekly, so far I don't really see much. Let me go to lower time frame. So 3D, we see this 3D FVG, but for 3D close we have like 2 days and 15 hours, still a lot of time. Yeah, and so far it's not giving me much, it's not telling me much, like what can happen on 3D. So what do? I go to more low time frame, daily time frame, and again what sorry, got some message. So as I said before, yeah, it's very important for today's close. Daily close is very important, as I said before. Again, we have the same chart on all charts right now, crypto, like altcoins, total three, and blah blah blah, all the stuff. So first, RSI is below the middle, price is below daily FVG, below this EMAs. Okay, next I can put Fibonacci here. Yeah, what do we see according to the Fibonacci? Yeah, I would say key level here is 116,587. As long as the price is below this zone, it can drop more. But also another key level here is 0.5. Our price is holding above daily FVG zone. So what can price do? Either chop some time between these two levels before giving any proper direction, yeah, or like today or upcoming hours, we will see price losing the 0.5, and in this case, of course, expect more downtrend. Now let me check on 4 hour. On 4 hour, we also see that it already rejecting from this middle 200 EMA, right? So the only support right now is the 0.5 Fibonacci, or 113,618. It's interesting to short here. Let me also check 1 hour. But 1 hour is still holding this level. It is interesting to short, but a bit risky. I don't know, I would wait for more confirmation because you can do something like this retest of these levels around 116 $17,000, reject from 1 hour EMA. Yeah, this Fibonacci 100 0.618 fib, and then correct. This also possible, so I would be bearish and be comfortable to keep short only if the price will lose this 113,618 level. In this case we can expect like more lower. In this case I would say price can go probably it could test the 0.5 fib 108,500, then 104,778, and maybe lower. Like, it's a big question if it will give us lower or not, but yeah, in this case it would fill this week. Let me put fibs like that. Yeah, I think 106,871 can be interesting too long because it will be the middle of this week. Yeah, in this case we can try to long from here. Losing this level will bring just more drop. But I would wait for the confirmations to short. It's a bit risky. And also today US market is not working. Today's holiday, so I don't think we'll have much volatility. That's regarding Bitcoin. Okay. Another thing, gold is still pumping. I want to talk about stock market. Stock market, perfect drop from this Fibonacci level. Technically monthly, of course I would want to see more correction, like 15% at least, or to fill this week, which of course will bring correction in a crypto market as well. But on daily time frame, every time SP500 was touching this 50 EMA, it was giving another run. Example for you here. Yeah, it bounced. Here it was touching 100 EMA. Here also another example. Yes, so what could SP500 do? Two ways. Giving breakout and running till $7,000, or like rejecting hard and continue to drop. In this case we can have a drop like similar to what we had in February, March 2025, when it was simply dropping like crazy. Okay, so market is not working today, US market. There's some holiday, but today's close is very important. We still have 10 hours, almost 11 hours, still below this daily FVG. 4 hours so far looks weak, like the same price action as on Bitcoin. Yeah, shows more weakness. So where would we look for the support? I would say we should pay attention to this area, very important. Yeah, as long as it's holding above 6,546, can be positive, can bounce. Otherwise, just short. If you will see the price is losing the support, just short stock market. You can do good money by shorting the stock market. Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq even has a gap here. It left a gap around this 0.50618 FIP. So currently it's bearish. You can short and try to long around 24,452. Otherwise, if it will lose this level, expect more drop. It can drop more, like you can open a swing short. Let me go to daily, probably daily time frame. Let me check, no, monthly. Let me check monthly. Monthly not giving, like monthly the same as SP 500. Yeah, it can drop much more in case this is a top. Yeah, it can drop like 15, 20 or even 24%. This drop, yes, it is possible in case this is the top, but of course this will not happen in one day, maybe it's monthly time frame. Yeah, but we can have something like this in case the price will not show strength today, tomorrow. So I would be bullish on Nasdaq or in the market in general, only if I would see, let me put FIPS. Yeah, if I will see, let's say, prices bouncing from these levels that I said. In this case, I need to see a breakout above 25,000 0.77. In this case, we can say, okay, it will continue going up. No breakout above 25,077, no bullish trend continuation for me. Okay, so you can keep short in case it will reject hard. It will be another bearish opportunity, like to short. Okay. Hi, Jason. So yeah, today is important. Today close is important, and tomorrow is important. These 2 days, I would say, be more careful. Monday, Tuesday. Let's see which directions the market will go. And yeah, let me check. Tau, Aster, everything is rejecting now. BNB did again, new all-time high. Man, this is crazy. Looks like, according to the RSI, looks like BNB should top soon. It's forming this bearish divergence, very big one on monthly. It can do something like this, something what it did in May 2021. Yeah, it was pumping like crazy, then rejected and boom. Yeah, currently, let me try to put FIBs, if Fibonacci will give me any levels. According to Fibonacci, this could be very strong resistance, around 1,500. Yeah, and RSI is reaching very, very oversold condition. Let me set an alarm. And there are a lot of people are complaining about the Binance, so who knows? Maybe there will be some news and it will just nuke the coin. Yeah, I don't know, but technically it's like really very oversold. Oops, what did I did? Damn, what happened? Oh, okay, it's my internet. Sorry, it's my internet. Let me put. Yeah, we'll set an alarm and we'll see. But it's risky. Keep in mind that it will be risky to short. Next possible targets are this, in my opinion. 3.41. Yeah, it's around 2K. Honestly, it's crazy. Crazy manipulations with this BNB. Poor people. What's wrong with my internet? Something is wrong with my internet. It's not loading. Okay, let me check the chat. It's CZ Crime Coin. Yes, I'm not telling to short here. No, not shorting. Definitely not. But you can pay attention to these levels, because technically it's already coming to this level where it should like stop. But doesn't mean that you should now set limit orders to short here. Better to wait for more confirmations, and even if you will short like really small size, better to like DCA later when you will have confirmations. Otherwise, yeah, it's very risky. But according to what I see, like it should stop soon. Probably it will stop with this news, maybe something will come out, another food. But yeah, Binance is fucked, honestly. It's sad, like what I was reading all these days on Twitter. It's really sad. I know one trader, he even said probably I will shift from crypto to like stock market and forex market because it respects like technical analysis. It's predictable, and it's easy to trade. And honestly, I completely agree with him because you're building for so long something, and then just in a few minutes everything just goes to shit. Everything. And some people can blame you like, oh, you should have had like strict risk management. Yes, like it's very important, but even imagine let's say you have stop loss, you have isolated margin and all this stuff, but imagine you were setting limit orders too long at some levels, but prices went so much low that even your limit orders would have either stopped or liquidated if you didn't manage the size, and especially like most exchanges didn't work. Like it's something really crazy. So blaming here people who lost everything that because you had poor risk management, in this case, in this situation, in my opinion it is stupid. I understand like if you are gambling, like the market is going up and you're longing like 20 coins, and not even calculating your risks, in this case it's different situation. Why would you open like a lot of coins? Because we all know, like every trader knows, that price never goes just up. Let me show on same BNB. Yeah, like example. So BNB was pumping, you had FOMO, you decided to long exactly at top. This is what happens to most traders. And then BNB just corrects 2-3%, but you have not only BNB long, you have 20 other longs, you know. And this 2-3% for your portfolio, if you didn't calculate your sizes properly, this can be also a killer for you. And imagine in this case, BNB itself dropped like 30%. You should have, I don't know, you should have opened either with 0.5% of your portfolio, and your portfolio should be like $100,000. In this case, okay, you are not liquidated, even if it will drop 40%. Oh, I don't know. So yeah, it's really a big crime what these institutions did, these market makers. And it's just sad about the people. Just sad about the people. Yes, I was reading that stop losses didn't work during the drop. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, and imagine you did everything according to risk management, but stop loss is not working. Trust me, this 30% of drop, not many people can survive. It's a lot. So yeah, it's sad. Or even if it, let's say, even if stop loss worked, let's say you set a limit order at this level on BNB, you were expecting, oh, BNB will come to $1,000. Okay, and your stop loss according to risk management, just example, okay, just below this low here. So even in this case, you either got stopped, or if your stop loss didn't work, you got just liquidated. Okay, and you cannot do anything. So yeah, it's just sad. It's really sad, and it's really disappointing, the situation. It's very disappointing. Like I never been during the COVID crash in the market. Somehow my internet is slow again. I wanted to show you something, just a comparison, but it's so slow. My internet is so slow somehow right now. Before it was working fine. Okay, we are waiting for Bitcoin chart. Oh damn. Okay, here we can go. Okay, my internet is not working somehow. I just want to show you why the situation is not a COVID crash, because in COVID crash, market, I mean Bitcoin, SP 500, everything dropped significantly. Here Bitcoin didn't even drop like 20%, and altcoins reacted like this. So yeah, guys, this situation again just shows us how risky crypto market is, and you should really put as much money as you can afford to lose, you know. Please be careful. Is it COVID crash? Why I don't have COVID? No, it's something different on Bybit, on Binance. Okay, let's take this situation. May 2021. What happened in May 2021? I don't remember what was here. Was it COVID crash? I don't remember if this was COVID crash or was it in 2020. I'm so lost with the time. If this was COVID crash, then okay, let's see. Here Bitcoin dropped in 1 week 26%. Okay, now let's go to some altcoin. Let's take Tau. What? Tau was not here in 2021? Let's take this one. Altcoins were just wrecked. Not sure about the alt season hopes. COVID was March 2020. What happened in 2021 then? What happened here in May? What happened here? What happened during this time? Yeah, but anyways, what I want to say is that you see Bitcoins there dropped 20%. Here our dropped 71%. Last week, Bitcoin dropped like 12%. And our, man, what's wrong with this internet? And our itself dropped 73%. Like, what is this? You know, there were no war or anything. COVID crash. Why I don't see anything here on COVID crash? Man, was it this COVID crash? Look at this drop. Oh, fuck my internet. Okay, it was 68%. 68%. But why does it look so terrible on this tiny price section? And why does it look so terrible here? Here it looks more ugly. It dropped from $300 to $80. And here it dropped from what? Wait. From $5 from here it dropped from almost $5 to $1. Where's $5 and where's $300? Crazy. Anyways, it's all scam. Yeah, FTX was 2022. But what was... No, it was... I remember when was FTX. FTX was November. This is when I lost everything. I will never forget that day. This was FTX. Where is it? Here it was. This was FTX. Just bottom. I lost everything, like literally everything. I made I started trading in June, July 2022. I made $13,000 from how much? Either it was $100 or $200. I made crazy money, okay? And I remember back during this last week, everything was pumping like crazy. Even that week, like November 2022, it was altcoins were still pumping. I remember Mask coin, it pumped overnight like crazy. A Band coin, I remember because I made a lot of profits on them. And then FTX and just everything to zero. I was like, honestly, I was just speechless. I was like, should I kill myself or what? No, of course I didn't have such thoughts, but I was like, oh my god, like honestly, just no words to explain. Nothing, just nothing. And then after a few weeks, everything just goes up. And of course you don't have money to like buy all the deep. This is the most terrible feeling, honestly. But you know what really teach me this situation, because I still had a lot of this kind of situations. Like here was a drop, like I was still learning, and my risk management was terrible, and the rate of the market was also terrible. And yeah, I was not used to such drops, like sharp drops. And the situation just taught me to be careless about the market, because when you lose every time, you're like, okay, fuck it, whatever, like what happens, that happens. If I'm not if I miss some pumping coin, whatever. Like I became more, like, less emotional. And yeah, it was really very, very expensive experience, very expensive. But yeah, it is what it is. What can we do? Like, we know where we came, we know with what we're dealing with. And my internet is shit. Let me check the chat. I was in the market but can't remember. FTX was 2022. Same for me. Blew up a 10k account. That would have absolutely sucked. Yeah, it is. So Bitcoin is showing weakness. Yeah, still be careful, guys. Still be careful with your positions. If you could catch this long, take profits, because tomorrow the US market will open and it simply can continue downtrend, especially if Bitcoin will lose this 113,500 level. Okay, then it can continue nuking. Altcoins, of course, will continue nuking. Everything will just nuke. So yeah, be careful. And I really, really recommend to people who are just entering this market, and just, if you don't have big capital, use prop firms. Honestly, if someone would tell me to trade prop firms the moment when I was starting, I would never lose so much money as I lost during all these years. Okay, so I highly recommend you to do prop firm accounts. Just buy, either it's 10k or 25k, 50k, doesn't matter, but it's better to lose like $100, $200, rather than like your entire portfolio, right? And prop firm can really make you more disciplined and more careful about what you're doing. So yeah, do you have any questions? Do you want me to check anything? Good, great short. Yeah, in my opinion, it's good to short. Some altcoins could be still showing some strengths, but overall I think they will correct either later today or closer to the daily close. Yeah, we need to check like at which level certain altcoin is, and of course wait for confirmations. Is it INA pumped? I will close this one. Yeah, INA is bouncing right now. INA, the same as other alts, can also reach its resistance zone, yeah, around 0.48, 0.5, and start correcting. Yeah, it also has here this 4-hour FVG resistance. This case it can fill this week, so there will be more opportunities to buy spot. But honestly, even with spot, then what's wrong with my internet? Even with spot, like, put as much as you're willing to lose. Of course, no one wants to lose, but put as much as the amount that will not harm you. Launch coin. Here it is. Somehow my internet is super weak. I have no idea why. Like, it was working pretty well recently. Let me open launch coin and see. Man, what is going on? So let me open launch coin. Oh, by the way, someone was telling me to buy Starlink. I have news for you. Starlink is not working in Uzbekistan. Maybe, it's a big question, maybe it will work in 2026. So yeah, I'm cursed with my internet. Launch coin. Let me check launch coin. So I would highlight this level here, 0.099, as an important resistance zone that the price should flip. You can also use volume profile. Now let's check what it will show you. Yeah, on volume profile we have these levels, who doesn't know. So value area high, this one, low, and POC, this one. So these levels are important to pay attention to, but also why I'm putting this for you is just to compare with Fibs, or you can use like Fibonacci, and don't use this. According to Fibonacci, we see that this level currently is very important Fibonacci zone. Also, according to the FVG, it aligns with 4-hour FVG. So right now here, we already see that the price is trying to give a breakout. Yeah, and it can continue correcting. RSI is also not flipping. So there are two possibilities. Either price is holding. So either price corrects till the 0.5 Fibonacci or $0.085 and finds support here. It's also for our FVG support zone, Fibonacci support zone. And worst case, price simply drops below, yeah, and rejects from the 0.5, gives on 1 hour, like we can check it on 1 hour time frame, every time gives lower highs from the 0.5 Fibonacci. In this case, we can expect like lower, and on 4-hour time frame we can take these levels. So either it will be 0.062 level for the bounce, or it will revisit this low around $0.036. Okay, so two possibilities: either bounce here and continue, or just a bit lower. I would watch these two zones. But yeah, so far it is bearish. Even if I go to 1 hour time frame, I will show you more reasons to be bearish here. So what do we have on 1 hour time frame? Price tested the 0.618 fib, yeah, closed below. Then price bounced from 1 hour FAG support, rejected from this resistance zone. According to Fibonacci on 1 hour, it's 0.86 fib. Yeah, and as a result we see this downtrend formation, bearish divergence, lower high. We see this high, this is the lowest high. So yeah, that's why technically it's interesting to short with the stop loss just above this high. Of course, this is not the perfect entry. Perfect entry was somewhere here around 0.86 Fibonacci. Yeah, but even if shorting on 1 hour time frame, yes, and for me would be interesting zone to TP 0.088, then a 0.083, and of course losing this level, price can drop much lower. And these levels align with the 0.5 Fibonacci that I showed you on 4 hour time frame. In my opinion, we'll have something like this, and more down, expecting more down. This is regarding launch coin. I think prices will give us the test of this wicks, candle wicks, before any significant pump. But anyways, I would want to wait for the US market opening, because it's very important where the US market will go. If US market will continue dropping, yeah, to test all these levels that I showed you, or Nasdaq as well, then of course we might have, I will show you something. Let me open daily SP 500. Oh my god, this internet is just shit. Okay, here it is. So we might have this here, open chart February 2025 until April. Yeah, US market was simply dropping 20%, just down. Yeah, we might have something similar. That's why it's very important to wait for the US market opening to do any significant actions. All right. So yeah. So thank you. I'm looking for a lower entry for spot. All right. So if no one else has any questions, then I think I shared everything what I want to share with you. Please be careful. I know that of the situation, even if you're careful, but when nothing works, exchange doesn't work properly, then yeah, even risk management one will not properly save you. So yeah, in this case, my only advice is to diversify. First of all, don't keep everything what you have in one exchange. Second, if you can, I really suggest to do prop trading. You can get like several accounts with $100,000, with $200,000, just play big with big capital. It's really less stressful, especially if you don't have enough of the capital. Prop firms are life-changing thing, in my opinion. It's really helpful. And yeah, I wish everyone to stay strong, and I will see you around. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in a chat, in a Discord. And yeah, Everyone, have a nice day. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you next time. By the way, I'm not streaming on Thursday because I will be flying. But who is from Chroma, I will stream tomorrow. So see you guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day.